Who is the GOAT of MMA, the greatest ever? Is it a pioneer of the sport, a true legend, the original benchmark for greatness in MMA? He went undefeated in his first 11 UFC fights and won the original UFC 1 tournament.
Simply incredible.
Or is it an emperor, the last emperor? Simply Fedor, a silent killer. With that Mona Lisa smirk, he was the greatest heavyweight in MMA for a decade. Then came the Spider, Anderson Silva, a Brazilian superstar. He holds the record for the longest title reign in UFC history, with 16 consecutive victories. He danced the ballet of violence. He was a master of skill. But what about GSP, George Rush St. Pierre? No trash talk needed, a 2-division champion. Defending the welterweight belt 9 consecutive times, a true martial artist in and out of the cage. Now comes the Eagle, or just Khabib. 29-0 in his career, 13-0 in the UFC, the most dominant fighter in history. The Dagestani assassin. Don't forget about the mightiest mouse there is, Demetrius Johnson.
I'm telling you, that kid is the best.
Most finishes in UFC flyweight history, 13 straight wins, 11 title defenses.
You tonight made history.
1 championship flyweight Grand Prix champion. A forgotten master of combat.
Who's better? Who's better ever? Nobody.
Last but not least, Bones. John Bones Jones.
John Jones.
The youngest ever UFC champion. A legend killer. Most consecutive title defenses in UFC light heavyweight history. Most wins in UFC title fights. Most wins in the UFC light heavyweight division.
There's no debate. John Jones is the GOAT. John Jones is the greatest to ever do it. There's no debate about it.
Enough said.
I did what I had to do
and saw it through
without exemption.
I planned each charted course, each careful step.
I'm not playing games.
And more.
Much more than this.
I did it my
I did it my way.
Yes, there were
They like to make me look like the bad guy. I don't really have anything else to say. I'll just leave it at that.
The story is just the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs of probably one of the most vicious sports on the planet. Well, number one, it depends on if you want to or not, and I do want to right away, you know, rip off the Band-Aid, get it out there, talk about it.
In 2013, I lost my first fight, and immediately I wanted to hide from the loss. I wanted to hide from the feeling of pain and shame and anguish and falling short. I wanted to hide from it all.
It led to a lot of self-pity. It led to kind of the downward spiral of being in your own head, being surrounded by these 4 walls in your own house with your small group of people.
Subsequently losing 2 fights in a row because my mind wasn't where it needed to be, because I found comfort in the self-pity. I found comfort in the hiding from it all and the shame. You just can't do the things when they're easy. You know, of course, it's much easier to go up to the press conference when you got the belt, you got the win. It's much easier to do the interviews when you got the win.
Surprise, surprise!
Whenever you can talk about the positive things, the uplifting, the happy, the way things work out well for you. But this journey isn't about just the wins or even the losses. The journey is about the process, and the loss is part of this process.
I will be back. I promise you I'm going to wear that UFC strap.
I wanted to answer the tough questions. I knew the questions were going to come about the loss, the finish.
Give us your thoughts on what went doon in the second round.
I've been here before. I remember how down in the dumps that Michael was and how lonely I felt.
It is unfortunate, but this is the fight game.
If you hide from losses, if you try to shield yourself from them, they become self-fulfilling prophecies of future losses, and failure is an event, not a person.
For me, it's all work and it's all a blessing, and this is all part of the journey. You can't have the highest of highs
The new Valentine Lightweight World Champion
without having a couple lows. All of the great things that this sport provides. You can't take all that in stride without also taking in stride the losses, the pain, the loneliness, the tears. If you try to shy away from and not acknowledge the lows just because they're painful, then it starts to build and fester and it won't release you.
I really feel like I'm living a dream. Win, lose, or draw. But as my son knows, every young man falls, but every young man gets back up.
And I don't want it to end anytime soon. We're going to keep on keeping on, and hopefully blessing a bunch of people over the next couple of years and enjoying the process. I'll see you at the top.
In chess, the king is the most important piece. When you capture your opponent's king, you win the game. But this isn't chess, and certainly not a game. Though Stipe Miocic is the king, or better yet, a gladiator ready for battle, and make the cage his coliseum. Ruthless intimidation to forge a path to greatness. Like a lion hungry for prey, Stipe Miocic is the GOAT, and will have to prove himself again against what some people call the scariest fighter of all time. He will have to look into the eyes of steel, assess and conquer.
Nothing's gonna change. I'm walking out the belt so wrapped on my waist.
Make Francis Ngannou a mere mortal by disrupting his path of wrecking. So the question is, what happens when pure knockout power, a super alpha athlete, a hurricane of destruction, faces off against one of the toughest fighters ever? A veteran, a record breaker, someone who doesn't stop when they're tired and won't accept defeat as an option. Find out on March 27th, 2021 at UFC 260. Miocic versus Ngannou 2.
Two immovable objects just coming forward and trying to win.
When Stipe Miocic will put everything on the line once again. To silence all his doubters. To cement his legacy.
The only reason I'm happy to cement my legacy is to show my daughter and to get more kids from how it pays off.
To destroy the predator. To prove that he is the baddest man on the planet. The greatest to ever live. To triumph. Become the king among kings. And make history. One more time.
I mean, I'm not the scariest, I'm the baddest.
You've known what's best for you since you were 10, since you walked in here alone. You got everything money can buy, except what it can. It's pride. Pride is what got your ass out of here. And losing is what brought you back. But people like you, they need to be tested. They need a challenge. There's always somebody out there. Always. And when that time comes and you find something standing in front of you, something that it ain't running, it ain't backing up, and it's hitting on you and you're too damn tired to breathe, You find that situation on you, that's good. Because that's baptism under fire. When you get through that, you find the only kind of respect that matters in this damn world. Self-respect.
What's next for Michael Chandler?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, there's a few there's a few opportunities. He could fight Gaethje.
I love that fight.
Imagine Chandler
versus
and Gaethje.
Chandler. Oh my God!
Gaethje is.
It'll be fun to punch you in the face.
You know, I think that'll be fun too.
Gaethje and Chandler, this is heating up.
It's been a while since I fought someone I did like. For some reason, you're a little different.
It's a fantastic fight. It's a logical fight. And I respect Michael Chandler for calling him out.
This is a fight that needed to happen. It's a fight that was inevitable, that it was going to happen.
Justin Gaethje is the man, and he's going to be very, very hungry.
Justin Gaethje with his ultimate highlight.
I think both of us are cut from the same cloth. Why not just believe that you are the best in the world? Why not just believe that you can accomplish great things?
It's about to get heavy. It's over. And there's the time.
Justin Gaethje is a monster. He's a monster. He's a terrifying individual. In a sport that's violent, he stands out as the most violent.
Justin, the highlight, Gaethje.
He takes big chances. He doesn't play it safe at all.
Oh, he's down. He's down. This one is over.
You know, and he feels like he's a champion in weighting. Just a fucking savage.
It's about to get
He's a different kind of guy because he's so reckless.
Justin Gaethje. Holy smoke, Justin Gaethje has the power.
That's a great matchup for Chandler because Chandler's a smart fighter. He has power, and Gaethje wants to get in the rock 'em, sock 'em, make an ugly fight. Chandler's not going to do that, dude.
Oh, another big right hand. He's hurt. He's hurt badly. Chandler letting go with the full-on ground and pound. Now giving up his back. Chandler, that's it. He can choke. There's the time. That was a nice shot. And it's all over. Just like
These are two super elite lightweights. That fight is going to be amazing.
big right from Gaethje. And down goes Bill. That's it. Justin Gaethje.
Hard-nosed wrestlers. We're going to meet in the center of the octagon. We're going to have a blast. We're going to entertain everybody. Win, lose, or draw. I'm prepared to make a highlight or be made a highlight by the human highlight reel. Either way, it's going to be fun.
Hey guys, here comes another GOAT video. Let me know what you think and join my channel.
Who is the GOAT of MMA? The greatest ever? Let's start with Chuck Liddell, the Iceman, an icon of the sport. He holds the records for the most knockouts in the UFC light heavyweight division. He didn't just win fights, he destroyed his opponents. Say hello to my little friend, Jose Aldo. Remained undefeated for over a decade. Winning 18 straight fights, has the most consecutive title defenses in UFC featherweight history. A Brazilian legend. Here comes the Irishman. Conor McGregor, the first fighter in UFC history to hold 2 world titles simultaneously. He also holds the record for fastest title fight finish in the UFC. He's a self-made global superstar. He is the notorious. Goats don't need nicknames. Stipe Miocic is that goat. Pure KO power. The greatest UFC heavyweight fighter of all time. holds the record for most UFC heavyweight championship defenses. The baddest man on the planet. Here at Raw, that's the Lioness, Amanda Nunes, the first and only fighter in UFC history to defend 2 titles while actively holding them. Defeated every woman to hold championship gold in the bantamweight and featherweight divisions. Greatest female fighter ever.
Marty Juiceman and Ali Abdullah Sleaze are trying to find any excuse, any way out to not fight me and see me in the octagon again. They know I'm their hardest challenge. They know I'm going to take everything that they've worked for, and I'm going to take that belt. I'm the #1 welterweight in the world. I have the #1 next to my name. The things I've done in this sport, you know, my last 4 wins, all champions, former champions. So, you know, no one's more deserving. You know, in the first fight we had, there's a lot of controversy. You can't run around claiming to be the best welterweight in the world when you had to fake a nut shot in our fight when I kicked you in the liver and you were about to quit. You can't claim to be the best welterweight in the world when I beat you in multiple rounds, 3 rounds out of the 5. I was about to win the fight if they didn't give that early stoppage. So we need to run this back. Show the fans. If you're the #1 pound-for-pound fighter, what are you waiting for? Come show the fans you're the best in the world. End me, man. Knock me out. Leave me unconscious. You didn't leave me unconscious. Yeah, you left that fragile guy, Journeyman Masvidal, unconscious, but he's a bum. He's a journeyman with 20 straight losses. So stop trying to fight lightweights. Masvidal lightweight, Dilber lightweight. He needs to come fight the real welterweight, America's champ, raw American steel, and twisted sex appeal.
Stipe Miocic, greatest UFC heavyweight champion of all time, without a doubt now.
I wonder,
Francis Ngannou, everybody he connects goes night-night.
I really believe that I'm the best.
As long as I'm here, no one's gonna be trying.
Francis has been out there destroying everybody.
Ngannou's so intimidating, so next level, super alpha athlete versus one of the toughest guy ever. Who knows more. He's been fighting way and has the mental fortitude to stick to a game plan.
He's getting trained and walking out with the ball still wrapped on the waist.
Pause for a moment and imagine how most of your actions are nothing but a result of your subconscious thoughts. Yes, that's right. It's the demon whispering in your ear that often leads you into situations you never planned to be a part of. Deal with all this. Live with myself, you mean? I honestly don't know. I stand often enough at the abyss of my soul, asking that same question, looking down into the dark crevices where the black monsters dwell on the bottom. They gaze up at me, and I look them in the eyes. This also you are, they say, and I almost fall into the void. And then, I turn around and go do what needs to be done. What else is there? No one seems to notice when you're down, unless you are bleeding. But sometimes the worst wounds are the ones you can't see. Don't let your inner demons take the best of your creeds. If God gives you lemons, you must plant the seeds. Do not be so self-absorbed that you can't see the tree. If you succumb to the morbid, you bury a chance to be free. You cannot defeat darkness by running from it, nor can you conquer your inner demons by hiding them from the world. In order to defeat the darkness, you must bring it into the light. Face your inner demons. Own your responsibility. Ego is a demon bigger than anything in this world. We all have demons, but we can't hold on to them long enough for them to turn us into monsters. We must eventually train ourselves to gather the courage to fight the demons during those dark times. We must fight our demons to bring out the angel in us. Honesty is the only way to fight the inner demons. We all have inner demons to fight. We call these demons fear and hatred and anger. If you do not conquer them, then a life of 100 years is a tragedy. If you do, then the life of a single day can be a triumph. When your inner demons rise up, grab them by the throat and take control.
I know it's not exactly been your favorite line of questioning here, but just to make sure we know the stakes. Winner here is the undisputed lightweight champ, and no interim champ for Tony Ferguson.
No interim champ. When this fight is over, champion. One of these guys will be the champion. Period.
And Dana, you know, the winner would seem to line up for a fight with Conor McGregor later this year. Have you had any initial discussions with him? Is he interested in fighting the winner of this fight?
Conor's coming back this year 100%. He will fight this year.
We saw a video yesterday, a confrontation in the hotel with Artem Lobov. Can you kind of tell us, you know, what happened there? What happened in that video? What's going on back at the hotel?
Nothing happened. If you guys remember, like in January in press conference, he talked about, hey, if somebody out, I'm gonna take this fight. He the man, he take this fight. This is not about like Conor, he talk about I'm ready, stay ready, but when you call me, like no connect, nothing, they cannot call him because he understand, now he have to fight. Now we have to fight, come.
The craziness of Max Holloway stepping in on 6 days notice, take on Khabib, who's thinking guy's gonna run it through everybody. You
asked for Khabib many times.
Something happens at this point. I'm ready to outfight anybody on Saturday night.
You almost fought Khabib for the title
10
on
days.
super short notice. Like, why did they stop you?
They came in the room, they looked at me, they said, oh yeah, you don't look good. Yeah, we're cutting it. I was like, what?
What a week this is, man. Thanks for hanging in there with us. I'm going to call up Khabib and Raging Al, and this is the brand new fight in the last several hours.
You said Conor McGregor isn't going to be here on Saturday.
As far as I know, he's not, no.
Have you told him not to be here, or have you just heard
No,
that?
it would be awesome if Conor came. I mean, this is obviously a fight that is very important to him and his future. It'd be awesome if Conor was here. McGregor's arrest. He's got some beef with Khabib. You don't come into Barclays Center, attack people that are in a bus who are fighting the next day. We're disgusted with him right now. Completely disgusted.
I want to stay humble, but I have to talk because your guys talk too much. I want to fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
I think Conor McGregor is like not only one of the biggest stars in mixed martial art, one of the biggest stars in all of sports on earth. So whenever Conor does decide to come back, I think it will be massive.
I mean, just think about setting him up with Khabib, having that fight. Like, Jesus Christ, that would be a giant fight. That might be one of the biggest MMA fights ever to make.
For me to commit to something like that, I need to be solid proof that people are going to show up, and he's a consistent pull-out merchant.
Yet another injury for the Russian fighter.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, he has not been cleared to fight.
He got within 6 pounds and was in really rough shape.
If you want to find me, please, just send me location.
Great collection of athletes up here, a lot of great fights, but you know the one everybody wants to hear about is Khabib and Conor. Is there another video package to roll out, or is there another?
Well, obviously, they're not here. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of speculation, and you know, I've said many times that's the fight that needs to be made.
I hope they're gonna make this fight because I really want to change this guy's face.
If you want me to come and change your life, if you want me to come pick you, you better have some damn reasons for me to do that.
Yesterday UFC called me, hey, we need you, like we have to talk with you.
The fight is done. October, Las Vegas. It's on, ladies and gentlemen. Conor wanted this fight. As soon as this thing was over in New York, he wanted the fight and said, let's do this, let's make this as soon as possible. I want to fight this guy.
Conor vs. Khabib will be your biggest pay-per-view of all time.
I fell out of love with the game for a bit. Went off and done my own thing. Had many things going on. Now I'm back. I'm hungry to compete, and we're here right in the cusp of it.
If Conor can get through this Dagestanian assassin and scorch him in the first 2 rounds, are you kidding me? Who doesn't want to watch that?
My plan is make him flat, make him tired, and make him give up. This is my plan. And you know, I don't want to finish him early. I want to make him pay about all things what happened.
Hey everyone, welcome to the UFC 229 press conference.
Conor's not here yet.
I have a schedule. 3 p.m. Press conference has to begin because I have schedule. 15 minutes, I'm here. This guy didn't come. This is big disrespect. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.
The traffic is a little heavy. There must be a McGregor fight going on. I don't know where the little fool is.
It got a little bit more personal and a little bit more, just a lot more personal, to be honest, and that's it. And now here we are on this one, so.
I plan on knocking that man's nose straight into the nosebleeds.
This has become personal for you.
Of course, long time ago.
I came back for the love of this, to come and shut this man up. A little rat, a little weasel, a little hard man in groups. I've met many of them through my years. A man who grows in numbers, but on his own, and when confronted in a similar situation, cowers away. And that's what you saw with that little on the bus over there. This I am going to truly love, putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
I'm come here for smash this guy. I don't
smash
wanna
me,
talk.
mate. Smash me. Smash me.
I can
you
smash
say
you.
send location. Here he is, right here in front of you. I'm right in front of you. Did you not see me outside the bus? No. Did you not see me right in front of you outside the bus? I showed you my hands. No weapons. You talked a big game, now I'm here. He done nothing. He sat and took a shit on that bus. Here's my location, you little fool. Right in front of you. Do something about it. Do something about it. Yeah, you'll do nothing.
How we can fight after this fight when I change his face? Even if I have chance like submission or choke, I'm gonna keep punishing. You know, like talk with him, enjoy inside the cage.
If you'd have got off that bus, you'd be dead now. When the person you are looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of a bus. So shut your mouth.
I think it's gonna be a long night for him. It's gonna be a long night.
Yes.
He knows this.
Lord, Jamie, that's
He knows
crazy.
this. He knows this. You know, I can't believe. You know, we finally gonna fight. You know, I can't believe. I'm gonna make him tired, and after play with him. Because when he tired, he always give up. When cage close, me and him alone, nobody can help him. Nobody.
It's good to be back. UFC fans, it's good to be back. The king is home.
Alhamdulillah. I know you got this. You don't like this. Alhamdulillah. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys.
You. Fool. Don't come at the king. Don't ever come at the king.
Habib, we're on the mark, brother.
Let's go.
Looking to regain his throne. And we are underway.
Your striking gets better if you force takedowns because you're thinking about the shot. And now the shot set up from the overhand. He goes back and forth, and that's what's made Nurmagomedov the best. That right hand.
Oh! Big ground and pound. What an entry by Nurmagomedov, and now he has McGregor up against the fence.
Oh, it's getting lit up. Conor's in serious trouble.
Oh, massive ground strikes here. Herky, watch it closely. Crowd goes bananas as McGregor gets upright, but for how long? McGregor trying to use the fence to his advantage. And he gets trip right down. Too good.
Back mount. There's the choke. He's got it. It's under the neck. There it is. No, it's on the chin.
There's the tap. Still undisputed. Khabib Nurmagomedov has finished Conor McGregor tonight.
Look at him. Look at him screaming at the corner. Look at him. Oh,
and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
Whoa! No, and he's going right into Dylan Mayhem. Oh, no. Total chaos here. It looks like UFC security has corralled Khabib Nurmagomedov. Oh! And now one of Nurmagomedov's teammates throws a right hand at Conor. All hell is broken loose.
This is crazy. I mean, they're throwing things at him. He's going to experience pain like he's never experienced in his entire career.
Hey, we need Metro right here.
Khabib jumped over the cage.
I have never seen anybody make such a mistake in my entire life.
He takes trash talking and all that stuff very seriously. This is all about honor for him.
3 of his guys have been arrested and taken to jail.
You can't do that, right? Sure. You just can't do that.
Well, this is not my best side.
Absolutely destroyed his reputation.
Khabib diving over was ridiculous.
It was complete chaos.
He was like, you, I beat his ass, now I'm going to beat your ass. And he just said, I'm not playing games. And he jumped into the crowd.
Why people talk about I jump over the cage?
They are withholding Khabib's purse.
This is ridiculous.
Alhamdulillah, undisputed, undefeated UFC lightweight champion.
You know, they both made it very clear the rivalry would not be over after the fight.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission voted unanimously on Tuesday to suspend UFC stars Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor for their roles in a post-fight brawl.
Essentially 6 months for both. Khabib was technically 9, but he can reduce it down to 6 if he takes part in an anti-bullying campaign.
It was a little harsh in my opinion, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey guys, quick announcement. I've decided to retire from the sport formerly known as mixed martial arts today.
Less than a day after McGregor announced he's retiring comes a bombshell report.
Conor McGregor could be in for the fight of his life.
Arrested because he grabbed a fan's phone and smashed it.
Khabib will never fight in the state of Nevada again, and he hopes to return at Madison Square Garden in November.
Conor McGregor is now being sued.
Are you retired, A, and B? If not, why did you tweet that out?
That he's being investigated for sexual assault.
McGregor is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in Dublin.
You don't understand the amount of things that go on behind the scenes, Ariel. Sometimes I just need a distance.
Poirier will fight Khabib next.
Conor allegedly punching an elderly man.
Not allegedly.
Now he go crazy with old people. I think like these people have to go jail.
I think you will see Conor in the future.
There's the tap! Khabib Nurmagomedov, 28-0!
Conor wants to fight 3 times this year, and he's hoping that if he beats Cowboy, he can turn right around and fight Khabib.
I would like to announce to the public the return of the notorious Conor McGregor.
To have Conor back is fun.
I'm here for the love of competition.
These guys have no class, no respect. This is very bad for sport.
What he's been obsessed with since his last fight is the rematch with Khabib.
I'm very excited to give my fans something to cheer about again.
Herb Dean's gonna stop it. That's it.
Conor McGregor! Too easy! Wow! Conor McGregor announces his return with about as many style points as you could produce.
Any one of these little melody fills can get it.
Conor McGregor looked ridiculous tonight.
40 seconds, Conor McGregor disposes of Cowboy Cerrone.
Don't ever doubt me.
He's back to the mindset that led him to be the most popular fighter in the world.
Almost as much fun as the fights themselves is the speculation as to who he is going to fight next.
So he wanted this fight at 170 pounds so he could get back in there, shake off some ring rust, get a win, and turn right back around and fight Khabib.
You know, I want my world title back. I want that redemption. The camp was incorrect.
Conor wants Khabib. That's the fight he wants, and we'll see what happens.
He ran away for that first round. He didn't throw a punch. He shot for the legs before he threw a punch. The first round, I should have been talking to Herb. He says he was talking to me in the cage. There wasn't a whisper out of him until he ended up in a dominant position. The only reason he ended up in that dominant position because I walked around with disrespect towards him because he was just running around the cage.
Well, I think Khabib makes sense too. Listen, Khabib has never turned down a fight. The guy's 28 38-0. He's one of the baddest dudes to ever do it. This fight's important for his legacy, too.
Khabib's wrestling is so high level. He smothers you in a way that you think you have good takedown defense till you run into that motherfucker. And he just gets a hold of everyone. He does it to everyone.
Nurmagomedov really dropping bombs now with those elbows. And Tavares is all but out here. That'll do it. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
He's not playing games. He is who he is. What you see is what you get, and what you get is a killer.
Looks like he's finishing it. That's it.
I didn't give him his respect. I marched forward, didn't give a shit. I broke my foot 3 weeks out from that fight. My foot was a balloon, and I hobbled in there and walked them down. I did not give two. And that was with a bad camp. That was with a half-committed camp.
To be set for the rest of your life at 30 is kind of bananas. And I don't think he's at his peak as a fighter. So if he just decides who gives a about the money, I'm here to leave a legacy, and I'm gonna just train like a fucking demon. And he kicks aside all of the bad influences and all of the distractions in his life and just focuses on training. And he's a motherfucker, man. I mean, you saw what he did to Aldo. Saw what he did to Chad Mendez. Saw what he did to Dustin Poirier. I mean, he is a bad motherfucker.
If you think that you're going to do an interview with Khabib and he's going to say great things about Conor McGregor, it's never going to happen.
He begged me, please don't kill me. And now he talk about rematch.
Let me read you Khabib's quote. And this is as it pertains to a rematch with Conor McGregor. He said, if we're talking about money, this is good. If we're talking about drama, this is good. If we're talking about a true lightweight contender, this is no good. I don't agree with Khabib. I just don't see it that way. History has been made. Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion. To make believe as though Conor McGregor isn't a true contender, man, I struggle with that one. That's it.
Conor McGregor, another first-round win.
He is running from the belt. The public want it. The people want it. His own father wants it. He does not want it. He is afraid of risk. I don't give a shit about Conor.
I love guys that want to fight everybody. I love guys that are willing to jump, and I think the fans love guys like that too. The reason Conor McGregor is such a huge star is because he's that guy. He'll do that.
I know he is afraid of a smack. And if you're afraid of a smack off me, a smack will feel like a double-barrel shotgun.
The reason this fight is so big is because it's two of the absolute best fighters in the world fighting in their prime when they should be fighting.
This is not over, so there's dispute. There's got to be a rematch.
Khabib is the real deal. This guy is an incredible fighter. And I'm telling you, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Conor texted me and said, I'll fight this guy in Russia.
It's a very skillful bout. He poses a specific style set, and I pose a specific style set. And it's an interesting clash with two fully focused fighters, and that's what will happen in the next bout. And I look forward to it. That's settling it. It's never been finished. Never, ever.
It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just, we'll see if I'm still interested in this. I just want to do something else in my life right now.
Like retirement?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to make no decisions right now, but this is, I don't know. It's just hard to keep having fun with this. All of a sudden, I see a big old fist like kind of bang on my window. And then I see like one of the security guards grab one of the dudes. When he threw the dolly, the bus was backing up into the elevator spot.
I thought Rose was going to pull out of the fight. Yeah. She was really considering pulling out of the fight. She was so shooken up.
It just took me back to when I was a kid, riding to school through bad neighborhoods on a bus and people throwing at our bus. And I've never been completely cornered like that.
What if she got cut by the glass? What if he ruined her career?
Yeah.
Like, what if she never got to fight again? What if the glass cut her eye and we lost Rose?
We were just sitting there, not in control. And so what did I do in that moment? I said the Lord's Prayer again. It shook me up just because it was such a, like, I didn't know how far it was going to escalate. Everything that was from my childhood, this is what I fought to get out of. So I took it as motivation to show the world that, you know, that's not going to stop me.
People love Rose. People see themselves in Rose because she puts her heart on her sleeve, because she talks about her emotion, mental health.
When I do my best, I am the best. It means that if God wants me to be the champion, I'll be the champion.
The winner and new UFC strawweight champion of the world, Rose Namajunas.
Not only is Rose whipping everybody's ass, Rose is dominant. They're not even close with her.
She is an unbelievable talent, and she has a great story to tell.
Look at when I lost to Carla, like it changed everything. Or when I lost to Carolina, or even before that, like those wins and losses, like it's what you do after that that's what's important.
This belt don't mean nothing, man. Just be a good person. That's it. This is extra.
When Rose Namajunas wins championships, she doesn't just win championships. She makes memories that'll last forever.
You shook up the world again.
I did it again. But God did it, man. I really just had to have faith in him, and that's what got me through.
Everyone loves Rose Namajunas. Yeah. Everyone loves Rose Namajunas.
First female to ever regain her title again. I've never been done.
I love all people, all cultures, everybody in the world. I am the best.
You certainly are. There's no doubt about that now. As always, it's an honor to call your fight. Thank you very much. Don Rose, ladies and gentlemen, the champion of the world.
I'm the undisputed welterweight champ for a reason. This is my cage. Yeah, so when you step into my cage, we have to go to work.
This is one of the greatest fights the welterweight division has ever seen. It was the hardest fight. I mean, these guys were hitting and kicking at full speed. Everything they tried to do had bad intention.
Like when I compete against another man, I want to be satisfied in knowing that that man respects me for what I do, and I'm satisfied. I broke the kid's jaw. I mean, how satisfying can you be after that?
Get ready, I'm a problem.
Me getting injured, breaking a bone, big deal. I can push through that. I'm like every other blue-collar, hard-working American who's just gonna keep showing up, keep working hard, and keep chasing the American dream.
Oh, something happened. There's just certain guys you can't beat. I don't know what it is or why it is, but there's just certain guys that you cannot beat. And I think I'm that guy that he's just not gonna beat. I will not allow myself to lose to him.
You see seduction, thinking that you have control over me.
But next time we fight, I made a lot of adjustments. I saw the mistakes that I made in the first fight. I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. This is Colby Chaos 2.0, and when I get my hands on Marty, it'll be the last time he steps in that octagon.
We still got about 7 minutes to go. He has thrown 382 strikes and counting.
Insane pace. I'm coming for you again. You know who was winning that last fight. You're on borrowed time, motherfucker. This is my time. I'm getting my belt back.
This kid is for real. All the trash talk aside, all the theatrics, he can fight.
I'm a completely different fighter right now, and Colby Chaos Covington 2.0 will not be start. I will be welterweight champion this year. Take it to the bank.
I'm gonna hurt this kid. It's not the same. But he's gonna come out, he's gonna fight. But I'm gonna hurt him.
Wait till I see you next time, Marty Fake Newsman. You're dead. You're dead.
Am I?
You got unfinished business.
Really?
You better show up.
Really?
I'm coming for you.
Big shots. Colby Covington.
This kid's cardio is insane. Just pop, pop, constant attack, constant kicking him, constant punching him.
He's gonna get the tap here, and there it is. Colby Covington. Mark Smith stops the fight.
I'm ready to knock this fucker out.
Solo's a beast, man. Guy's a beast.
Now everybody else, y'all need to put some respect on my name.
Marty, fake newsman, we got unfinished business. There's nowhere to run, and there's nowhere to hide. I'm coming for you. You're next!
Overcome any style. My will is enough to overcome any style. I'll make him quit in that ring.
Time to cut off his head. There will be bloodshed.
When I get him in there again, I'm gonna make him feel the fury. He don't want to fight. He wants to be out of here.
One punch is all it takes. Lights out, Gypsy King. God, have mercy on your soul.
Deontay Wilder! You have to nail me to the canvas if you want to keep me down. He's up. Wow, he got up. Incredible turn of events here in the 12th.
Scared me, and he should be.
All it takes is one shot.
That's only one Tyson Fury.
He puts him down. Fury scores the knockdown. The best ever. The fight is over.
He's an undisputed, unified heavyweight champion of the world.
No. Bogeyman's here to get you again.
Knock the fuck out.
I'll beat you, you bum. You're a bum.
We are live from Las Vegas, home of the UFC, and now home of Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. We are inside the iconic Ultimate Fighter gym, and the fast finisher who has ended 4 of 7 wins in the first round, Sugar Sean O'Malley, determined to add to that total tonight.
With this opportunity, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to knock this kid out. He's similar to the last 3 guys I fought. He's an orthodox striker, he's too slow. I'm going to come out there, bounce in front of him, his confidence is going to go down, I'm going to kick him in the body, I'm going to kick him in the head, and the fight's going to be over in 2 rounds. Then I'm going to knock this dude out in spectacular fashion, and you're going to want him to sign me.
Oh, that's it! That is it! Sean O'Malley with a huge right hand brings Dana White to his feet, and he is still undefeated.
Sean O'Malley.
Welcome to the Sugar Show.
I'm looking for exciting. I'm looking for flashy. I'm looking for somebody who has that thing.
What is that thing?
Sean O'Malley is that thing.
I literally picture this. I know everyone says that, but I picture this. I picture me knocking this kid out, and everything's just going perfect.
It is the UFC debut for Sugar Sean O'Malley, the darling of Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series.
O'Malley does a fantastic job of giving angles. He's never allowing Ware to actually get a feel on what he's doing. For a young guy, he's very comfortable there.
And still undefeated.
I'm speechless. We're just getting started, baby. We're just getting started.
That kid is learning the sport while we're watching him on the UFC. That's what's crazy about him. And he's focused as f***. He keeps getting better and better.
Back to his feet.
Just an offensive explosion by Sean O'Malley.
I love this game. I love the talk. I love the media. I love everything about this sport. Welcome to the Sugar Show, everybody!
Sugar Sean O'Malley, ladies and gentlemen.
After his victory at UFC 222, O'Malley's rise came to a halt. He tested positive for the performance-enhancing drug Ostarine in 2018.
For a substance like Ostarine, what the commission would typically do is render a suspension of 1 year with a 20% purse fine. Mr. O'Malley was willing to take responsibility for the fact that the substance, the Ostarine, was in fact in his system.
I guess that's the one that catches everyone. That's kind of in random pills.
He got a tainted supplement.
So right now it's the Athletic Commission that's not letting me fight. So we have a hearing with them on the 20th.
You weren't cheating, you weren't taking steroids, and then USADA, I think, kind of validated what you were saying all along, right? I think, but then they threw another suspension on you. I mean, you must have been losing your mind.
It was hard to be happy when I was getting suspended for something I didn't do.
The Sugar Show, is it back? Is it for real? Is it really happening, Sean? Are you really back 2 years later? Are you able to explain to us what is going on here with you? Because they did give you the retroactive suspension. You are clear, but you do have to, continue to take tests, and it's because of this Austrian that keeps popping up, and you can't be at a certain level because of the pulse. It's a little confusing.
It's confusing to me too. My last test finally came back a couple days ago. It was negative, so there's no test that can hold me back from this fight. I'm a different animal now. I'm a different athlete. I'm a different skill level, different mindset. I'm ready to get out there.
Always try to follow in the steps of a wise man. And his words can't make no more mistakes.
We are going to see a better version of Sean O'Malley. He is a riser. He's not a kind of kid who gets dwarfed by the moment. He's the type of fighter that rises to the occasion. Attacking that right hand, threw him down.
O'Malley goes high. Now short off the contact, covers up. That's it. Sugar shot. Right in color.
Wow. It couldn't have gone any better for Sean O'Malley. It's too easy.
That's about as pretty as it looks when you got a 2-year layoff. You've been off for 2 years. You had to go through all sorts of adversity to get back here into the octagon and just have a spectacular performance. How good does this feel?
You can't really put it into words. It feels good.
You look better than ever. This is a new, improved Sean O'Malley.
It's definitely the Sugar Show 2.0. You train so hard and so long for how long was it? A couple minutes? I would have liked to show more of my game and perform more in there.
This is a fantastic matchup in the bantamweight division, and the exact type of matchup that Sean O'Malley needs right now to either prove he's real or he has to go back to work.
This kid has that chip thing. There's something about it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, he slept him bad.
It's time to buy stock in Sugar Sean O'Malley.
I really do believe I have the best striking in MMA.
In my opinion, the best walkaway KO I've ever seen.
I'm a star. I'm the man. I'm what everyone's watching tonight. I feel like I was the main event.
What was different about coming into this octagon to face him?
Absolutely nothing.
That's impressive.
Yeah, really. I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape. I'm breaking this motherfucker 100% in my mind. This felt in my mind. I'm like, this is easy. He's slow. He can't hit me.
Once he swung at you, that already went through your mind. Once he swung at you,
I'm like, dude, he's slow. He can't hit me. If you can't hit me, you can't take me down.
The highly fancied Sean O'Malley suffered his first career loss to Ecuador's Marlon Chito Vera in their bantamweight matchup. The fight saw O'Malley sustain an injury midway through the fight that opened the door for Vera to claim a first-round TKO finish.
But I was like, God, I did everything right. I can't look back on that and be like, well, I did everything right. There was nothing I did wrong.
High, big name, fame. None of those things counts if you don't put in hard work, dedication.
Sugar Sean O'Malley. He loses his first pro fight to Chito Vera. What happened there? Because I see some people saying, oh, Sean just hurt himself. I see some people not giving Chito credit. From your perspective, what happened there with that lower leg / ankle / calf?
The calf kick wasn't really a thing for a very long time in mixed martial arts. It's a thing now.
To take this victory away from Chito, to say that he didn't cause the injury is hogwash. Like, that is completely unfair, right? He did that.
Yeah, it's crap. It's crap. Fighting's fighting. You win, you lose. Deal with it.
We just got a contract. Thomas Almeida, March 27th. Hopefully Las Vegas. I don't know. But I'm about to sign it. Let's go!
The time is here, time is now. No more Jumbi, I said it on pow. I ain't gonna fool myself when I know what I'm worth. Got a view like Simon Cowell. So I gotta fly more than ready. I can have a song rotation heavy. You could be the one that people don't know just yet, or they ain't seen a show just yet. Can't make no more mistakes. I always try to follow in the steps of a wise man and his words. Can't make no more mistakes.
Sometimes it takes one person, one pioneer, to start a revolution. To convince a boss to make changes and show the world that mixed martial arts isn't just for the boys. UFC 261, 4 of the best women fighters in the UFC will put everything on the line in this golden age of combat. Former champions against current champions. 2 title fights in the strawweight and flyweight division. First off, former champion Thug Rose.
She's passed out. Yeah, it's all over!
She will chase the goal of being the queen of the strawweight division once again. Her leaves might have changed color, but her roots are the same.
We're just here for the game, and we're here to see who's better.
After exacting her revenge with a war against former title holder Andrade, Rose Namajunas is looking to dethrone the first ever Chinese UFC champion. Her name, she's from China. Remember her. Unbeaten since her MMA debut, Wei Li has been on a steady path of destruction that includes 10 knockouts and 7 wins via submission.
This was a young lady who had a dream and rose all the way to the top.
Her last fight, a split decision win against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, became an instant classic when the 2 fighters went to war.
Arguably the greatest fight in women's mixed martial arts history.
The question is, can a thug disassemble a magnum? They say a fight is a fight. When the cage closes, it's a competition, and the best will win. We will find out who the best women's flyweight fighter is when the bullet meets the pile driver. Jessica Andrade was crowned the strawweight champion after one of the most vicious KO slams in the history of the UFC. Making her flyweight debut with an impressive TKO win over Caitlin Chukagian, while also securing a performance of the night bonus. Andrade is now challenging for the title.
Andrade is unusually strong. She's freakishly powerful. She's a beast.
Andrade will have to wear a coat of armor to be able to deflect the bullet that is coming for her. Successfully defending her title 4 times, including a ferocious KO over Jessica Andrade. Valentina Shevchenko is ready to go to battle once again. The bullet doesn't need trash talking. Her real words are spoken in the cage where she talks every time.
She is literally a wrecking machine. I mean, she is like an animal.
Be sure to tune in on April 24th, 2021 for UFC 261, where 4 of the very best fighters in the world will put everything on the line once again. For glory, for honor, for gold.
What is it about Daniel that fires you up so much?
There's a guy on my mind. I'm gonna be the champion eventually.
They can't stand each other.
I would much rather go down to 205 and fight John Jones.
They don't respect each other.
John Jones, no matter where you go, boy, I'm coming.
It doesn't get any more real than these two.
I challenge you to break me.
Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I'm gonna make him my wife.
You're the fucking scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being, but you can sure turn it on.
Yo, DC, you suck.
You felt so weak. Wish they would let me next door so I could spit in your face. I'm gonna win, Kenny. I am going to win. I guarantee you I'm going to beat this guy. I swear to God, to fight my hands, not to just grab him by the neck and choke his ass again. God, I hate that kid. I actually admire that you can actually be this fake.
I embody the spirit of a martial artist, the heart of a martial artist, what it truly means to be a martial artist.
John, you hear that, John?
There is nothing you can do to stop me from coming at you round after round with the most malicious techniques I know. You will lose this fight, Daniel Cormier. I want you to believe it.
These people cheer for me and they don't even like me. They just hate John Jones.
Nice knee to the body by John. Straight left by John. Good combination by DC. John moving away. Uppercut again by DC. Good start on the break. Constant pressure by DC.
Cormier doesn't want to test him. He wants to beat him.
Good right hand by Cormier.
Uppercut again. Fighting in a phone booth again here at the end of the third. Championship round.
Good kick to the body by John. Knee to the body by John. DC's got to get busier.
There's that elbow again.
DC is just not working hard enough here.
There it is. But John Jones springs right back up to his feet.
Look at this.
Goes the distance.
Bought a great bone shirt, take it back now. You wasting money. See what this shirt says? I'm Reebok. It says unbroken, baby. This team is unbroken. Let's go, baby. And still, I'm sorry that I'm being classless right now. I do not like DC, and this is why I'm being this way.
I've had to rebuild myself a number of times like people can't even imagine. And this is no different. This is not gonna ruin me, you know. One way or the other, I'm gonna stand across the cage from that man again.
UFC light heavyweight champion John Bones Jones has entered a drug rehab center after testing positive for cocaine.
John Jones left the rehab facility after just one night.
Dude, I wonder if this is that fighter's car.
We just found out what the facts are.
You're not going to jail tonight for reckless driving.
For what? For reckless driving? Yeah, right.
John Bones Jones turned himself in this morning.
Breaking news just into Fox Sports 1. The UFC has stripped John Jones of his light heavyweight title.
Jones is stripped of his light heavyweight title.
UFC star John Bones Jones is being suspended and stripped of his championship title.
Guys are human beings and people make mistakes.
Is there a chance that he might never return?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
John Jones got stripped of his title and suspended indefinitely by the UFC. The two best fighters in that division now fight for the UFC light heavyweight championship of the world.
And the new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel DC.
No disrespect to you, but I have a message for one man. John Jones, get your together. I'm waiting for you.
He's a beast, man. You got to respect that.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Me too.
He's a great guy. He's in the era of John Jones, you know, and he lost to John in his first fight, and he's also dealing with the fact that John Although I love John too, John's a fuck up. You know, and so he's got to sort of be there while John keeps fucking up, and then a lot of it comes back to him.
I don't feel that people give enough respect to DC for the fact that he's not fucking up.
Right.
And now it's time for our main event of the evening as Daniel Cormier faces Alexander Gustafsson. Here we go! Good shots by Cormier.
These are hard uppercuts by DC. Ooh, nice uppercut. Hard uppercut by Gus. He hurt him with the right hand. He hurt him. Outstanding.
And still, Daniel DC Cormier.
First of all, John, how does it feel to be getting back into the octagon, fighting for a title, not the title that you wanted, but at least an interim title?
Man, it feels so great to be back. I missed this game so much.
And now, the interim UFC light heavyweight champion, John Bones Jones.
I don't think I want that belt. It's not the real belt. I want my actual belt back. I didn't think we saw the best Jones, but he won 50-44 on the scorecard. So even when he's not at his best, he can dominate one of the top 10 fighters in the world. So I'm not trying to on his performance. You know, he just wasn't the guy that I fought last January. He wasn't the guy that beat all these other people. As a competitor, I want to fight the best, and I want him to be at his best. So if he needed this fight to get back into form, then that's good.
All right, UFC 200, the champ and the interim champ. Cormier versus John Jones 2.
Probably be my easiest fight. After what I saw last week, it's gonna be light work. It's gonna be light work.
All right. Where's Campbell Velasquez? Daniel needs another hug.
Nah, I don't need a hug.
I made you cry in front of the world.
Hey, that's passion. Been waiting for these cameras to stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Can't stand you.
Outside of me, he's the next best thing. You know what I mean? He can beat these other guys. He can't beat me.
You're a bum.
Listen, last time I foot swept you, held my hand on your head like you're my bitch.
They hate each other. There is zero manufacturing in this.
To him, it's a game. This is no game to me. I'm here to kick his ass on Saturday.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
U.S. anti-doping agency has informed John Jones of a potential anti-doping policy violation.
I wouldn't take anything that would enhance my game too lightly. I wouldn't cheat. That's just not who I am.
So a lot of people got together and pulled this thing off. Anderson went through all his medicals, passed with flying colors, and he is here, and he will fight Daniel Cormier Saturday on UFC 200.
First of all, DC, congratulations. This was a very difficult fight for you to take on such short notice. Give us your thoughts on the fight and how it went down.
I've been training for a specific guy for 8 weeks. The guy gets out of the competition, I fight Anderson Silva, and I mean, I did what I had to do.
And still, Daniel Cormier has done it.
Boo me! I'm getting money and championship belts. What's up?
Now, also in the room, of course, is John Jones.
Who? Is that guy even eligible to fight yet?
It's right there.
But is he eligible to fight yet?
A couple months from now.
Don't talk to me about a guy that's ineligible. When you get your together and you're ready to fight, I'm here waiting for you, young man. You know it.
I am so happy to be back. Expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight. Just a second ago, we almost went at it back behind the curtain, so...
Don't mention my kids. Hey, I don't know who you think you're playing with. An hour ago, John called me the lamest, biggest he had ever met in his entire life.
No, you are the biggest I've ever seen. He's looking at me superior, and he just can't handle it.
Superior? You have lost your mind, son.
Yeah.
You have lost your mind.
Yeah.
He never beat me. So the belt that he has over there, it's an imaginary belt.
He's a bitch. He's a bitch. Is this guy gonna mess this up again by doing steroids or snorting cocaine or sandblasting prostitutes?
I beat you after a weekend of cocaine.
I have nothing to prove to you. You just so happen to be the person who's holding on to my championship. Daddy's home to pick it up.
What's this guy gonna do to mess this up this time?
Come on, DC! You have no room to judge nobody. You sit there with your fucking mouth shut before I walk over there and smack the shit out of you.
He's rotten at his core, and he will continue. I don't give a damn if John Jones. I don't care what happens with him. Are you back, Johnny?
I'm back. I'm back.
For me, there's only one. You see, that's the difference. It's only him. Let's go! I don't want to play no more. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to fight. This time, I'm not going to tire. I'm not going to let you hold me against the fence. I'm going to be in your face, pressing you, trying to rip your head off every second of that fight. This is my life, and I'm willing to die to beat you.
Be prepared to do that.
The fight was crazy shocking how violent the ending was.
Went over the rules in the back. I want you to protect yourself at all times. I want you to listen to my instructions at all times. I want you to fight hard but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good. Step back. Good luck.
Looked like he knocked the mouthpiece out.
He did.
Huge
Big John
uppercuts.
picked it up.
To work.
Nice
He's not able to.
there. Oh, he caught him.
Big punches landed by DC. And he's hanging on the head of Jones, looking for uppercuts, knees. There they are. There's the uppercut he likes. Cormier continues to press forward here.
Nice rip to the body by John.
Cormier once again sends Jones retreating.
He's just having a hard time reaching John. Oh, John landed a high kick. He's hurt.
DC was stunned by that head kick. Jones trying to press the issue here. Cormier is down. Not out yet.
Cormier's in big trouble. And John is all over him.
Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier.
That could be it.
Trying to
That's it. He's out. He's out.
John Jones has done it.
When John landed that fucking head kick, and you saw him moving in for the kill, and then he stopped him right in front of us. He got on top of him and just blasted him. It was like right there.
I made it back, man. Man, such a beautiful moment. Man, I did a lot of right things to get back in this position. Man, I tell you what, man, anybody at home let yourself down. You let your family down. You let your peers down, your coworkers down, you let yourself down. It's never over. As long as you never quit, it's never over. I'm back here. And, oh yeah, man, thank you guys, thank you all. Everybody. All the love, all the support. I know it hasn't been easy to root for me, but I've had the most loyal fans ever. I love you all, and thank you so much. Even the haters, all the negativity, all the discouraging things that was said. I love you guys too, because you guys motivated me and pushed me to just keep fighting and to prove you all wrong. So I love you all.
I know this was an incredible moment for you. It was very emotional. What can you say at all about this and the rivalry between you and John?
I don't know, man. I guess if you win both fights, there is no rivalry, so I don't know.
Thank you for everything, Daniel.
What John Jones accomplished tonight is incredible.
I beat him fair and square the first time, and off of steroids, and I beat him the second time off of steroids.
It takes time to get over something that's so big, especially when you're unsuccessful in such a big event. But, you know, day by day you get better. You keep fighting, you keep learning that there are things that are much more important than the competition. He is a different person than he was in the past. With that being said, friendship would be very difficult for us to achieve because of our history.
Why don't you just go
ahead?
Well, we were notified by the United States Anti-Doping Agency late this afternoon of a potential anti-doping violation John Jones.
John Jones tested positive for turinabol from a sample the day before your guys' fight, of course, at UFC 214 in July.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. We'll see how this thing plays out, but yeah, it's bad.
You can't fail drug tests. You can pass 100 tests. You cannot fail one. And they're saying we have to wait for the due process, but what are we waiting for? He disqualified himself by taking a steroid before the fight, so it didn't happen. So now I get the belt back, which is the right thing to do. And I'm not only saying that because it's me. It's the right thing to do.
Joey, I've been through a lot. I go through a lot of stuff, man, and it's because of my greatest rival, but it feels good to get back in here and get a victory. You know, I've lost twice to John Jones. As I came into this fight, I said, I felt as though I was fighting for a vacant title again because he beat me last time. And I fought for a vacant title, and I got the job done, so I'm the UFC champion again. I proved that I am worthy of being called champion.
Determined that former UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones would only be serving out, basically time served at this point, a 15-month suspension.
John Jones is back. He was supposed to be getting a 4-year suspension, and it's been shortened to 15 months.
USADA said they believe Jones wasn't intentionally cheating.
Guy, I guess now his suspension's up, so we'll see what happens.
So, this weekend's fight is moving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles.
Regarding John Jones, there's been no violation of the anti-doping program. He is cleared to fight in terms of the USADA program.
Whatever this guy's saying, it's just he's just terrible, man. This guy is terrible, I'm telling you. He is terrible.
Why have you tested now positive?
Next question, please. Thank you. You suck. Better journalism.
USADA's not going to put their reputation and their business on the line for one fight or one guy. We would never put anything on the line for one fight or one guy. So we moved it. We're here. This is how we work, man. This is what we do.
And new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, John Bones Jones.
He's got to scramble out of here. Oh, big shots. Big shot by John Jones.
Trouble here.
Justin's in trouble.
John Jones has regained the throne.
Wow. Man, I know there's a guy who's been calling himself champ. One guy just gives up his belt because somebody else made it home. Daddy's home, DC. Get your belt back. He'll be waiting right here.
He gave his belt up. That makes no sense. He knows he can't beat me again. So if he wants some, he can come get some at the light heavyweight division. You know, DC uses every platform, every opportunity he gets to try to discredit my achievements. And so the only achievement I want to discredit of his is the claim to being a light heavyweight champion. He never was a light heavyweight champion. I beat him twice, and I'm going to beat him again a third time if he wants to prove that he's a champ.
Daniel Cormier is the man. It is not time to hang it up. He's got a few more fights left in him, and he hit me up tonight, and he said he's ready to roll. He wants to fight.